Hello, my name is Ben.
And my name is Josh.
And welcome back to FPL Graduates.
So, in today's video, we're talking about the FPL surprises of the season, players that we've exponentially played out of their depth, I guess you could say. Big word for me, I know that was. So who is your first player of the season?
Well, there's been a lot of surprises this season. It's been a very different season to what we've seen so far, but we'll go with the obvious pick and we'll go for Big Jackie Grealish. He has stepped up massively in the last few seasons. He's really come on as a player for me and he's really matured quite substantially since even the end of last season, and wow, he's the main man for Aston Villa and potentially could be the main man for England.
Yeah, definitely. He's really well classed in a minute. I said on the Real Ballers podcast a couple of weeks ago, I was like, this guy can be an elite level player in the world, and he's proven my point right. He's been class.
Didn't you say the other day, slap 80 million on the table for you United fans?
I would, but hey ho, his price probably gone up by now anyway with the performance he's putting in. My next surprise of the season is going to be Dominic Calvert-Lewin. The Everton man's bagging goals. He's only not returned once this season.
Hey, you know what? Play the clip from earlier in the season. Play the clip from pre-season.
Go on then.
Dominic Calvert-Lewin. He has £7 million, so quite a bit cheaper than some of the other strikers, with a 5% ownership. He loves playing under Ancelotti and he's got a really favourable run of fixtures at the start of the season. There's only 2 or 3 really difficult ones in there, so he could get off to an absolute flyer, and come Christmas, who knows, he could be the top scorer in the league.
He definitely could.
Dominic Calvert-Lewin. It's what he does. It is what he does.
Unreal. He did predict it, I have to say, you know. He got something right.
I got something right, but I didn't put him in my team, so you know. It took me a couple of weeks to realise that I'm right in everything that I say in pre-season. So you know what?
Yeah, when we look back, he did get a lot right, to be fair. But yeah, he's been playing it really well. Everton have looked good. I personally couldn't see that before the season started. So DCL.
Okay, so the next big surprise of the season is a Southampton asset. It's James Ward-Prowse. Now he is in the top 10 of all midfielders in FPL so far. He's bagging goals, he's getting free kicks in, and from the Southampton team we're expecting literally only Danny Ings to return from this. But James Ward-Prowse is a centre midfielder. We haven't seen it too often, but as a centre midfielder he is getting a lot of returns, and we don't usually see that from teams like Southampton, and he's just put himself on the map. James Ward-Prowse bangs in the free kicks, and well, what a surprise it's been, and he's still pretty low owned considering.
He's very low priced considering how well he's been playing this season. Southampton as a team, they've been quite good, to be fair. You've got Carl Walker-Peters, Alex McCarthy, there's a lot of players there. Even Shea Adams, who's been picking it up since Danny Ings has dropped out. So yeah, good call.
Yeah, a lot of surprise stars within the Southampton team.
So the next surprise of the season is going to be Aaron Cresswell. West Ham in general were a bit of a surprise this season, definitely for you I'd say.
Yeah.
Because they just picked up form very quickly and easily. They had a really tough run of fixtures. I remember us looking at FPL Friday episode 1 with Ben Lewington, and he was a West Ham fan. We were saying if they can get out of the relegation zone after that period, it would be a good success, but they've done more than that. They played really well. Cresswell's definitely at the heart of that. £5 million defender who's on almost all set pieces. He's been playing really well, hasn't he?
Yeah, well, you look at the underlying stats behind it, and Cresswell has created 17 big chances this season, and that is 2 more than Trent Alexander-Arnold, 6 more than Ben Chilwell. Yeah. So the stats say that he's been the best performing defender of the season.
Yeah, you have to agree. And for people who's hyping onto Ben Chilwell, like you've got to be looking at Cresswell. Yeah, he don't play in the Chelsea team, but if he's creating those sort of chances, West Ham do have good players. Like they will put them away.
You ready?
Yeah.
The next one is a big one. This is a centre back in the Premier League who scored more goals this season than Aubameyang and Martial put together in the Premier League. He's got more points this season than Kevin De Bruyne and Raheem Sterling, and this man is Kurt Zouma. He is on 48 points for the season so far. For a centre back is absolutely ridiculous, and I don't think we've seen many in recent years, at centre-back especially, that have got as many points this early on in the season.
Yeah, a lot of people look towards the fullbacks for those attacking returns, which is fair dues because that's usually where they come from. But Kurt Zouma has been absolutely lethal from corners. They've got some great set-piece takers in the Chelsea team, like Ziyech now. And yeah, really good option. As you said, more points than the top scorer last season, Kevin De Bruyne. Fair play, City haven't played very well yet, but it's something to be reckoned with. And he's only 5 million.
Yeah, he's gone up a little bit. He's 5.4-ish, around that sort of time of recording. But wow, that is impressive to have 3 goals already in the season. Whether we're going to see more goals from him, I'm not too sure about that. Yeah. But obviously, he's proven people wrong this season. Obviously, he's been written off through his poor loan spells that he's been away at Chelsea. He's been relegated with Stoke, obviously. Yeah. And he's come back to Chelsea under Frank Lampard, who believes in him. And he's getting the goals. He's a big aerial threat. And he's been solid at the back. He's getting clean sheets as well.
Yeah, we need a good shout out to obviously Thiago Silva. Since he's came in and started playing in that defence, all of them have grown on very well. They're all playing really well together. And Edouard Mendy in goal. It looks a lot more safe at the back, and it feels better now that you can pick a Chelsea defensive asset without having to worry that they'll concede loads of goals. So, the 6th surprise of the season, the final one. Ben's not going to like it, but he's got to be on this list. It's Patrick Bamford. He's at 6.1 million now. Started off at 5.5, I do believe, in that Leeds team. Me and you did write him off at the start of the season. Ben's still writing him off now. But he's been playing unreal. He's got 7 goals this season. That's the same as Harry Kane. 1 more than Ollie Watkins. You got to say, although maybe he does miss a lot of chances and probably should score more than what he already does, he has stepped up to eat at this plate of the Premier League.
I've seen it. I've seen him in years gone by. That's all I'm saying. You know what? He's had a good start to the season, but I think I'd score goals in that team, to be honest.
Yeah, that's what I said. Like, he's obviously missed a lot of chances too. Like, Bielsa plays unreal football. If they had a class striker, like a world-class striker, you're looking at a lot of goals.
Like, you know what? Bamford, I'm happy for me to keep quiet now. But come end of the season, I ain't going to be quiet.
I reckon he can maybe come along onto 15 goals this season, I reckon.
I'll sit here and be quiet and analyse. You prove me wrong. Fair play, lad. Like, I'll if he proves me wrong, I'll go up to Leeds, I'll go up to Ellen Road and I'll say sorry.
Alright, there you go. Eyebrows, lads.
If you prove me wrong, that's what happened.
Alright, so we're going to see that happen. Game week 38. Hopefully you can actually travel at that stage.
Yeah, but I'm like, if he proves me wrong, I'll put my hands up and say fair play, lad. You've had a great season. But I've seen seasons gone by. That's what I'm going off.
Yeah. I'm
still not convinced, and it probably does seem absolutely crazy. Probably does seem like I've got an agenda. Probably is true. But you know what? We're going to move with content. Right. So that has been our surprises of the season. Bit controversial, some of them. Bamford. You know what? I'm going to shut up about it. I'm going to shut up about it now because I can already tell people are going to be like, just stop going on about it. I'll stop. But as always, if you've liked the video, you know what to do. Hit that like button down below. Comment what you thought. Who's been the biggest surprise for your FPL team this season? We want to hear it down below. Of course, follow our Twitter. What else can they follow?
Yeah, TikTok, new Instagram just been set up. Make sure you go and check that out. The link will be in the description. Thanks for all the support on all of our platforms so far. We're loving it. You're loving it. It's just good links.
I mean, should we mention that we've got projects upcoming soon?
Yeah, we do.
Different projects, diversifying potentially into different leagues.
Yeah.
I mean, it's something a bit different. We'll keep it down low. It's something a bit different, all right? If you've got this far, what should we get them to comment?
Project X in the
comments. If you've got this far, Project X, and we'll know you're a real one, alright?
Yeah,
I've been Ben.
I've been Josh.
And we'll see you later.